Alright, so out of this kind of large batch of reviews, this is probably going to be kind of one of the last things you guys will see for at least a little while from me, depending on how I stagger the new video uploads. But I mean, once you get to this point, this is what I recorded last, this is what will go up last. Mainly because I've just run out of machines. I had a lot of machines waiting for reviews to be done on, but I've done them. I've got a few that are buried in storage in their boxes that I really don't have the room to open and review right now. One of them, though, when it eventually does come, this is kind of a teaser. If you guys like Sanyo, like I do, I mean, I really love the Sanyo vacuums that I've had. I've got one of their machines that will eventually come up that is in very good condition, and I'm very happy with having found online and purchasing. But back to the main point of this. So this is Miele's Compact C1 HomeCare. So since this is in the HomeCare lineup, this is a dealer exclusive model. But if you guys like Miele or just powerful little straight suction canisters in general, I would really recommend you run out and buy one of these. And the reason why I say that is this, and I was surprised when this came out, you guys probably are too. So Miele has done an odd thing as of late for the US market. So we normally don't get machines kept and left over like the rest of the world does for Miele. I know in the UK, and I believe through most of Europe, basically what Miele does, and what Miele used to do in the US, is they would leave a couple, like, classic older models around as an entry-level point. We used to have an S700 series machine that Bed Bath & Beyond used to sell, I think, as a cat and dog model for quite a number of years, and a couple others. Europe has really, Miele really keeps around older machine and body styles over there on the market. But in the US, we really haven't gotten that in a while. So Miele had two kind of switch-ups for us. The first was the Miele C2 Complete Limited that came in canary yellow. And that was a Miele S5 in canary yellow, straight suction with a turbo tool included. And that was, I personally purchased one of those. I haven't actually opened it, but I do have it. And I was really impressed with that because you just don't... I always liked the... Let me put it this way. I always liked the S5. So when they brought that back, I was incredibly happy. And I picked one up almost straight away because it was supposedly limited edition, and I really wanted one. Only drawback is they stripped out the electric wiring. If you want a power head, it's not even possible to put in. And this one was even more of a shocker. So the S5, to my knowledge, they had still been producing as a straight suction model in the rest of the world. And it hadn't been discontinued for too long, even in the US. Now, this one was the shocker. So this is based on Miele's S4 model series, which the S4 has been gone from the American market for years and years. It wasn't all that popular from what I can tell here, at least in my area especially, because you had no option for a power head. The closest thing to a power head you could really get was the old Acunova head that you could buy separately, or you got with the Orion model, which I am personally still on the lookout for. I've always loved the Orion, and I really kind of want one. So this was the next best thing that I could get. And on top of that, this has also been a machine that I believe has been discontinued in the rest of the world and unavailable pretty much since its discontinuation here. And yet, Miele brought it back out. So here in the U.S., we can get this machine. It's, like I said, a dealer exclusive as part of the HomeCare series. You can't buy it online. You can't buy it direct from Miele. You have to go talk to your Miele dealer. And the biggest drawback, I don't know if it... Oh, yes, it does say it just is sideways. If this will focus at all, which I don't think it will. Come on. There we go. Made by Miele, assembled in China from components of Germany and China. So, much like the Quick Step that is currently made in China, that's where this is. But honestly, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Miele's Chinese-made products have always been very, very high quality. They'll still beat out anything else you find in the market as far as quality. And much like a company like Timbuktu, where they have products that are made in China, they keep a very strict oversight on that to make sure everything is up to their normal quality standards. So this also, just as a little disclaimer for people, if you go into a dealership to buy one of these, this machine should be sold, well, a dealer can basically sell the machine for whatever they want to. Miele's suggested retail on these is the exact same as the Quick Step. So it's $199 for this machine is what Miele sets as an MSRP for the machine for dealers. So that's really what you should come out paying. The dealers don't make much on these or the Quick Step, but you should come out paying $199 for the machine. That's a reasonable price on both ends. So there's a little tip for you if you do decide you want to run out and grab one of these. But other than that, it's standard Miele S4. You've got the FJM bag with this color that I've always found very weird. It's like you're putting the bag in backwards compared to the rest of the Miele machines. You've got your pre-motor filter. These come with an air clean filter in them. You've got your normal variable suction right here, like you do. Power button, foot pedal, rewind. Here is your hose for the machine. Now, I did not get out, because I just kind of wanted to do this as a quicker review. I did not get out the wand and the floor tool for this machine or grab one off my other Miele, because it's a straight suction machine. You're not really going to get much out of performance on carpeting, and bare flooring, yeah, they do awesome on. But what I did want to show you with this, and this is what I've been very impressed with, is this machine has a kick-ass hose. I'm about 90% sure this is longer than even my straight suction S8 hose is. And it's a lot more flexible than most Miele hoses are. Most Miele crush-proof hoses are very rigid. If you don't like that, this is a lot more maneuverable. It'll swing around and do a lot more of what you want. And in addition to all that, I don't know if it's the bag setup or what with this machine, how compact it is and how close everything is together, but out of all my Mieles, from two S8s, that C2 Complete Limited, that's an S5, and two S2 machines, this has the most power of any of them. The best suction, and the best airflow as well. So I've been very impressed. If you need a straight suction canister as either a companion to your upright or your car cleaning machine, which is what I've used this for, or just because you live in a small apartment or somewhere where you got all hard flooring, go out and buy one of these. This, I truly think, for your price is the best bet, because it's tiny, it's light, the hose is great, and it's an awesome little machine. You really cannot go wrong.